Hello, my name's Jarvis. I'm the singer in Pulp.
I'm Steve, and we're in Hamburg.
Yeah, and we're going to show you some of our videos through the years, you know. I think we're starting with Help the Aged, which was made like last October. What can I tell you about this video? We worked with a man called John Curran, who's a New York artist, and I'd seen his pictures, and the video was an attempt to try and bring the pictures to life, which could have been sad.
Well, it's quite strange because his pictures are interesting because they're oil paintings and they're quite figurative, which isn't what most modern artists do now. And so we tried to see if we could transfer that onto film and still keep the atmosphere of his painting. And
I think we managed okay. And he didn't fall out with us. In fact, he helped us design the sleeve for our LP after this. So if you look at the video closely, you'll see on the walls of the house that the video takes place in, you'll see the actual pictures that the thing was based on. So have a look out for that. Let's see Help the Aged. Okay, you're back with me and Steve, showing you some of our videos for the past. We're now going to do This Is Hardcore. Have you got any memories of this one, Steve?
Well, it's probably the most difficult video we've had to make. It took 5 days to film. It was filmed at Pinewood Studios in London, where Stanley Kubrick was next door making his new film, and it was, you know, there's medieval men from other films flying around. It was like making a short film more than a pop video, and we were trying to pretend that a film had been found, maybe perhaps from the 50s, and that it was a film that never got finished, and someone had reassembled all the different scenes, and so you don't quite get the full story. You have to use your imagination to fill in the bits in between.
Yeah, yeah, and it was based on a book of film stills that Diane Keaton collected together, and we did recreate quite a, because they were all from that kind of golden age of Hollywood, Technicolor and stuff like that, which films don't look like that anymore. It seemed to be appropriate for the song that it would be something that looked better than real life, but because it's kind of about the illusion of things, and how films can make things look better than real life, which is silly. And we got to do a dance sequence at the end of this video, which I enjoyed a lot, kind of a Busby Berkeley thing, which is almost like you've died and gone to heaven. It was definitely the most complex video that we've done, and it was a bit like making a film, because we were kind of setting up scenes and stuff, weren't we, which didn't really have a story, but it kind of, people did take on the characters after a bit.
Well, it's the first time, we always said we'd never act in a video, because bands tend to make idiots of themselves, but it did seem appropriate for this, and so we all did some kind of small-scale acting, and I was quite pleased that...
Yeah, and we discovered that our drummer has got quite a talent for acting, actually. Watch out for him in the bar scene. He's a natural. So
he is playing a drunkard at this point.
Anyway, yeah, watch. This is Hardcore.
Biff Avery, screen test, take 2.
Hello, I'm Steve from Pulp, and this is...
I'm Jarvis.
And we've just shown 2 videos, Help the Aged and This Is Hardcore, which are from our latest record. And the next one we're going to see is going back a bit. It's called Misshapes, from Different Class, which was in 1995. And this video, it was an attempt to represent how in Sheffield, where we came from, there's distinct groups of people, and there was the Townies, which was quite a massive, almost thuggish people.
Yeah, blokes with moustaches going out getting drunk all the time.
And then there were people who, I suppose we were in that kind of group, who perhaps were interested in music or looking different. And generally in Sheffield, if you belonged to the latter group, you would get your head pummeled in by the former group if you tended to coincide with them. So it's quite a dangerous activity. And in nightclubs, you know, there could be trouble if those people came across each other. And it's quite representative of some of those times in Sheffield.
Yeah, so the video was an attempt to recreate that kind of thing. But the funny thing was that when we actually got to filming it, the kids who were playing the thugs, who were quite thuggish, were much more interesting than the ones who were kind of supposed to be the
Bohemian.
Alternative ones. They were much more of a laugh. And
well, it kind of turned our theory on the head.
Yeah.
Because the thugs were actually, we were just hanging out with them instead of the ones who were representing our kind of people.
Yeah. And we had a bit of trouble with this video. I don't know which version you're going to show of it. In the UK, there was a sequence where, like a fantasy sequence, where I machine gun some people, and that bit had to be cut out for the UK. Because obviously, lots of people would start going to discos with machine guns if they saw that in the video. So that had to be put on the cutting room floor. So I may as well watch it now. This is Misshapes. Just keep on moving. All right, welcome back. This is the last video we've got to show you today, which is the video for Disco 2000, which was our easiest video to make, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we'd made 3 videos on that, on the Different Class album, and we'd been on tour a long time, and we had to make a video. It was quite difficult to get us in the video makers in the same place, and so we'd used some cardboard cutouts in the album sleeve, and we'd had them photographed all around England, and so we suggested to the video director that rather than the band being the video, that he could have cardboard figures. Which sounds a bit of a cop-out, but it was the only way we could make the kind of video we wanted, and it seemed more interesting. And Jarvis was represented on a TV screen, I seem to remember.
Yeah, there was just a little bit of me. It was when we'd been on the telly a lot, and I probably thought people were sick of seeing us, so it'd probably be a good idea for us not to really be in the video too much, especially my face all over the place. So I think that video worked out pretty well. I think it's got quite a nice look to it, and it, as Steve says, it kind of ties in with how the record sleeve was and everything, and just tells a very simple story.
There's a very good bit in the middle when it's like a courtship between 2 dancers on a dance floor. That's the bit I always remember, and it's almost like a Spanish, what do you call the dance where they...
Flamenco.
Yeah, and the lovers entwine. That's the bit I always remember about this video.
Yeah, I've not seen it for a long time. Anyway, let's see it now. Thank you for watching and for trawling through our history with us.